Fun Science, where we take everyday items that you can find around your house and do science experiments with them. Today, we're going to talk about vacuums. No, not that kind of vacuum. I'm talking the vacuum where the inside of a container, the atmospheric pressure is different than the outside of the container. All right? We're going to show you, with this container, an egg, how when the oxygen is taken out of here in the container, and you cap it with an egg, what happens by creating a vacuum? But first, before we do that, let's go look at the math equation for it. Are you guys coming? Let's go. All right, before we get into our science experiment, we're going to take a look at a math equation by Einstein about vacuums. All right? So, for a vacuum here, we have T alpha beta equals -1 over with F alpha. Yeah, is this boring, you guys? Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's get back to the experiment. Alright, in order to do this experiment, you're going to need a container with an opening that is a little bit smaller than an egg. The best is an old milk container, or you could use a juice container. You're going to want something glass because we're going to use fire. And if you have something plastic, it's going to melt. Get a newspaper, hard-boiled egg, and of course, some matches or a lighter stick. Alright, we have our container here, we have our egg, and as you can see, the egg does not fit through the hole of the container. Alright? I can push it through, but just having it sit there, it does not naturally fall into the container. Alright, what you need is some newspaper. You want to rip a strip off. Not too big, not too small. Wind it up. Take your matches, and you want to light your paper. Kids, if you're doing this, make sure your parents are home and watching you and making sure that you're not burning anything down. Light the newspaper, let it get good and hot, and drop it in the container. Just as the fire starts to go out, put the egg back on top. And watch it get sucked into the container. That is a vacuum. What happened here is the oxygen got eliminated because of the fire. Fire needs oxygen. If there isn't oxygen in the air, you can't create a flame. So when we put that in there, the fire was taking all the oxygen out of the air. And as that flame started to diminish because of it, well, before it happened, we put the egg on top, which totally took all the oxygen out. So the atmospheric pressure inside this container was weaker than it was outside. So the atmosphere on the outside was literally pushing the egg into the container. Even though that hole is smaller than the egg, the atmosphere was pushing that egg right into the container. Alright, if you're going to try and do this experiment, please make sure you have your parents' permission. Make sure they know what you're doing. Ask them. Maybe they can help you. You're using fire, alright? I know fire is fun, but it can be dangerous. We don't want anybody burning their house down because they want to watch an egg get sucked through a small hole. Plus, ask your mom for the eggs. Don't just assume she'll let you have it. She may have it for something else planned, all right? So, vacuums. Try it at home. Let me know how it came out for you. When you do this experiment, I will suggest make sure that your hole is not too much smaller than the egg. If it's really small, your egg will get about halfway and then will stop. It won't get totally sucked through, but you will see the vacuum effect. All right? You try this experiment at home. Let me know in a comment or an email. And as always, have fun,